Hello, everybody. I am happy to be here and share some value to this event. And today the topic is psychology of students. And let's speak about education and how we can improve this. And what is important to know how our mindset works in order to get better results with our studies. The situation in education now is that the most focus is on knowing information. The students are given books to read, lectures to attend, and all information goes to their conscious mind. And it is not always that they implement what they know because the focus is on knowing things. They read information, they should repeat it, learn it, then they just tell what they learned and they get their grades. And if we look at the success, people become successful in life not for what they know, but for what they do. And in many cases, people can be brilliant and know so many things. They can be like walking encyclopedia, but when it comes to implementing, they don't know how to implement. They don't know how to make decisions. They don't know how to think and make it work. So today I want to share with you what can be improved from understanding how results are created from the knowledge and implementation. And this comes to understanding about our mind. I want you to imagine the circle, imagine the big circle, and under it is a small circle. And the big circle is divided into two parts by horizontal line. Imagine that there is a big circle divided by horizontal line, and upper part represents the conscious mind, down part represents subconscious mind, and there is another small circle. This is our body. So let's speak about understanding how education should be. So children and students can have these skills to implement things, not only what they know, because there is a huge gap between what we know and what we do. And when we understand how results related to implementation, this is how we can improve education system and make it more effective. So the children who graduates from school and also students who graduates from universities, they can become successful in life and have this right mindset. So let's speak about this big difference between what we know and what we do, and why it is now the system which we have, it just covers one part of the piece, but we need another part also to be covered. So why we have this big huge between what we know and what we do? Because these two part of our mind, they are not the same. Everything that we learn, information which we get, our logic relates to conscious mind, that upper part. But what we do, it is not conscious mind. What we do, our behavior, our way of doing things, it is totally controlled by subconscious mind. That is why it is such a big difference between what we know and what we do. So, as I mentioned before, Now the education system is based mostly on knowing things, on making uh, children, students know things. And then it is a big lack. They know things, they graduate from the college or universities, but they are not taught how to implement. That's why it is very important implementation. And how people implement it again depends on their mind. Because how people behave, it is not what they know, it is how they see themselves. So it is such a big importance of mindset and understanding that there is a success which is not only knowledge. Success is mindset, and 95% of success in every sphere of your life is your mindset. So I believe that the education system can be improved significantly if the children and students are taught how to have right attitude, how to eliminate their negative beliefs, how to turn doubts into steps to do things which are not comfortable, how to learn what is success, and how to go through terror barrier. It means like every time when we want to make decision which you know you have to do, you will face that wall of fear and doubt, because subconsciously you are programmed to be in your comfort zone. And that's why when you want something new results, and that happens only with change and with growth, you will definitely will face that wall of doubt and fear, and you will be bounced back. So my perception about education is that we have teach children, we have teach students mindset and how to be successful, because success is 95% and only 5% is skills and techniques. If people have right skills, if they have knowledge, but they don't know how to be successful, how to think big, how to make committed decisions, to step into unknown, how to be leaders, how to take responsibility, the rest will not make them successful. Yes, and this is what we see from education. Like children, before they go to school, they are dreamers. Who were dreaming when you were small? Write in the chat. Who remember? Yes, when you were small children, do remember, like if you were thinking who you want to become? Who remembered that you wanted to become somebody big? Maybe somebody wanted to become a cosmonaut, somebody maybe wanted to become a singer, uh, and somebody maybe wanted to become, we can go. Yes, somebody wanted to become actress. Yes, like remember when you were small, you were thinking out of box, right? You were thinking out of your 3D reality. And it was right, because you never can achieve the same results if you're just thinking about what you have around yourself. And can you imagine when we were small children, we were more, we knew more than now people who I finished all education, all institutions, had good education, and they had all this knowledge, but they don't know how to create results. So uh, again, coming back to the time when we only went to school, that we were dreaming, we were using imagination, we were using fantasy, yes, and when we went to school, what we were told. You remember how it changed? You were in the school sitting at the desk, and the teacher was telling you Stop dreaming what you're looking in window, and just think what is logical. Think how you can do that if you wanted to. Oh, what is this? Yes. Can you hear me? It's because something happened on my. Yeah. Okay. So when you went to school, you stopped dreaming because the teachers were telling you that dreaming is just for small kids, and now you came to school. You are going to be adults soon, and you should be logical. You should think well how you want to achieve something. And if you were telling parents that I want that something, right, and parents told you how you are going to do that, how you are going to achieve, do you know how to do that? And you would say no, I don't know. And your parents would say, so forget about this. Who knows this? Who had the such situation that if you didn't know how to do, and you even wanted it, but because you didn't know, you were told just forget about this, just do what you know, right? So this is a totally different way. Like, this is actually, we were told to forget the way how to create results, because we were told to be just in our physical 3D reality. But when we are in physical 3D reality, we never can change anything new. I mean, create anything new, because if we think the same thoughts, we have the same feelings, we will act the same, because thoughts cause the feelings, and feelings cause the actions, and actions cause the results. So if we have the same thoughts every day, the same feelings every day, we will be motivated to do the same actions, make the same decisions, and we will have the same results. That's why like when I found this knowledge from my mentor Bob Proctor. You might know him from movie Secret. Bob Proctor is a legend. He spent 60 years of his life to study and research human potential and success. Well, one thought which came to me was why this knowledge is not taught in schools, why this knowledge is not taught in kindergartens, in universities. This is the basic, this is something that should be taught before any other science taught. How to think and how to create reality, how to implement, how to how to step into uncomfortable, how to make uncomfortable comfortable, because this is implementation and knowing how to create new results in life. This is what make people successful. And see, if you look at percentage, how many people successful, right? They say that it is like 1% of people or 1 to 3% of people successful in the world. So why so many people get education, study, so why they're not successful, and only 1 to 3% people successful? And this is why the answer, because the people are successful are those people who find this knowledge, who go to personal development, who understand that they are meant for more, and they understand they have to search this knowledge. This knowledge is not taught in schools for some reason, and in universities never it is taught. And this is a big question, why. So why we have this system that produces people who have the knowledge but they're not successful? Why we have only 3% of people who are wealthy? So what is the problem? Why people get for knowledge, they pay money for their education, but why they still not successful? So today I shared with you why. Because it is not enough to have skills or professional knowledge. It is very important to understand how our mind works, understand ourselves, and dream big. Remember again what we were given by God from our childhood. When the time when we were born, we were given these high mental faculties, ability to imagine, ability to have intuition through which God guides us in our life. And now we have to regain that power back. We have to know that success, everything that is bigger than what you have now, is created first in your imagination. It is created first in your mind. And then you should be brave to go for it. You should believe in yourself. You should have that your self image of that person who you want to become. Because you don't get in life what you want, you get in life who you become. So you should know how to use your mind and its power to become that person who you meant to be, and do every day what is necessary. Yes, so it is really very good topic today, education, because I have my daughter. She's 15, and recently we decided to start recording conversations, like our family weekly conversations, because she is teenager, and usually people say that teenagers, they all have problems, they create problems. But I don't have any problem with my daughter, and she every day wakes up excited. She knows that she is so smart, she's so beautiful, and she decided to read the books and record the videos explaining for teenagers this understanding what they don't get in school, unfortunately, but they have to have this knowledge to become successful. Yeah, so if you have children, if you have teenagers, I will let you know when we start this show, and you're welcome to join us on Weekly Family Show, where we just discuss different topics, and it will help to understand that there is no problems with teenagers. The problem is in adults who don't know how to understand their children and how to grow them and let them be their true selves. Find this genius in them and help them to focus on their strength. And this is when confidence comes, and this is when we support our children, not from what we think it should be, but what are they, what genius they have. And when we help them to find their genius and support them to develop it, we will never have any problems. Yeah, so this is shortly about education and psychology. This is from my perception, of course. I know there are many people, they have different perception for education, but I really think about how we can improve and help our children and teenagers to get this powerful knowledge, because it is in their age when they just start their life. It's so important that parents understand them, parents supports them. And it is not always easy, because the system of things we live in, maybe it has its own paradigms, but we see how many people are successful who are just blindly follow the paradigms. Maybe we have to look at 1-3%, those people who are really successful and wealthy, who created that success by gaining this knowledge and teaching this to their children. And this is how we really can help our children to be the best. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing, I love education. I have 2 master degrees, and I graduated from 2 universities. One is International Relations University and Oriental Studies. I got master degree with diploma of excellency. I speak 4 languages. I also got master degree from Iran. In philology, I was teaching Persian language and literature in a Ukrainian university. So I really don't. I'm not here saying that education is wrong, or that is not good. Of course, it is good. It helps people to develop their mind. Yes, like grow those brain cells when they solve maths and learn this subject. What I want to tell here, that we need to add something more. Like education just is just one side, but we have to add spirituality, we have to add implementation, we had to add success principles that children know how to use this knowledge and implement it right way, how to control their mind, how to control their bodies, what they do on daily basis. That is, they're not just having that mental activity which is 24/7 in their mind, and they don't even aware of the thoughts, and those thoughts influence them, how they feel, how they act every day. But when they understand, get aware of their thoughts, and when they can plant new thoughts, not those which are just going on autopilot in their head, but when they can bring new thoughts, who they want to become and which thoughts they have to have, what they have to. Oh, really? Oh, I don't know why. Okay, sorry. Yes, so this is what I wanted to share with you. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy just a couple of minutes to answer them. And then we go because we were just on the way somewhere. We stopped to speak to you today.
Hello. Good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir. Good evening, ma'am. And good evening, the whole organizing committee. Wonderful presentation, and definitely the students and their psychology is very important. You know, many of the time it happens that the teachers are having their own attitudes and their own psychology, and we should know the audience psychology, how they are receiving it. So we have to create that kind of ground first to perceive those what we are saying. And very perfectly said, getting a degree certificate is not enough. I think we had to learn so many things in our life. For example, I remember, some of the doctors, I'm from the medical field, so some of the doctors, they are very professional, and they don't have that human touch, that emotion. And that is how you'll find, these doctors becomes, a little, what we can say. But the doctors who are very affectionate, they are showing the emotions toward the patient, and that caretaking nature, that doctor become more important. And those doctors get socially recognized. Usually we are getting degrees, they are I say only a professional degree. But to get, the name as a doctor in a society, I think this kind of value educations are very, very vital. And definitely what you said, the spirituality should be there with the person should walk with all those principles. So that is wonderful, ma'am. But one question is there from my side. We are teaching, in India we are having a culture of, the dialectics lecture, means one person is talking and then giving lecture, and then thereafter we are having some kind of discussions, and then we close the class. The students of different caliber, because we are talking about cognition, we are talking about psychomotor domain, and we are talking about affective domain. So some of the students reaches only up to cognition domain, some of them reaches to psychomotor domain, and very few reaches to the affective domain, which is very vital for the education to really pursue that education. So why this difference is there? The teacher is there, same, the environment is same, the students, of course, they are of same caliber because they are passing the classes in a same fashion. So why this difference is there? Some person becomes a very good doctor, some person cannot go further. So that is my question. Thank you very much, ma'am. Otherwise, your presentation was excellent and really very helpful. We had to think about this, we had to meditate, and then we had to implement further. Thank you very much. Thank you, Petkar sir.
Yes, thank you for the question. Of course, that is actually the point. What I wanted you to say, that it is not about the knowledge only. Like, we can get 10 people, give them the same knowledge, and few of them become successful. So this is what we should understand, that it is not only about knowledge, it is about paradigms. It is the set of different habits. It is the way how people make decision, how they see themselves, what they think that possible for them. Somebody is in that class, but he doesn't believe that he can become even doctor. Maybe his parents put him in the class, but he doesn't see himself doctor. Maybe he sees himself as an engineer or maybe artist, and he just thinking about being artist. So, it is different paradigms. These are multitude of habits which are set in our subconscious mind, which control behavior and results. That is why some people successful, like if you look at any company, there is maybe 1% of top achievers, and the company looks at them and see what they do different, that they are top performance. And why they don't even know what they do different, because they are like unconsciously competent, because they have those paradigms, their settings in their subconscious mind, which are successful, which make them successful. And those people who don't have different settings, they're not successful. So that is why I told you, we don't need only to focus on knowledge, we have to do all these ingredients. We should teach children all the ingredients, how to see themselves there, how to make decisions, how to implement what they learn, because some people implement, they become successful. Somebody thinks that, oh, I'm not enough, I need to learn more, I need to learn more, and they think they need to learn more, and they don't do anything. This is how they're not successful. So this is all coming to paradigms which are in our subconscious mind, and that's why we have to put so much attention to develop that part. Not only knowledge, but that is the mindset, which is 95% of results. Yes, I just I give 1 minute, because now my family is here and we were going somewhere. I can have 1 more minute, maybe two maximum.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, and of course I will be happy to join you again. And if I know before, I can plan properly, so we can have more time for questions and discussion afterwards. Okay? You're welcome. Enjoy your day, and goodbye, everybody. See you soon again.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. गाना बन